Chapter 10, A Filipina's Wife Struggle with an Abusive Ex-Husband. So, before I diving into this chapter, I urge you to watch from episode 1 to fully understand the story. We are now at chapter 10 and skipping ahead may lead to misunderstanding. Follow the journey from the very beginning to grasp the full depth of my struggles and decisions. And don't forget, stay tuned for the next episode. So here's the chapter 10. Jack reached for my right hand. This time I looked at his face. His eyes were red and swollen as if he had been crying all night. He knelt before me, tears streaming down his face. Seeing a man sobbing like a child was unsettling, but I knew better than to fall for his theatrics. Jack was trying to be the sweet, charming man I had once loved. But I knew this act wouldn't last. I was weak, confused, and vulnerable, yet I forced myself to stay strong. I refused to be deceived by his charms again. He kept repeating that he loved me, that he was sorry for everything he had done. His voice cracked as he apologized over and over. Because I didn't respond, he stood up and rushed outside. When he returned, he held a dozen red roses in his hands, extending them toward me like a piece of offering. I clenched my fist. This was all too familiar. Jack thought a bouquet of roses could erase years of pain and abuse. My mind screamed at me not to give in, but a small part of me hesitated. Was this remorse real? Could a man truly change? So he knelt again, his voice softer this time. Babe, please talk to me. Just look at me. I love you. I want you to come home. Please forgive me. Please, my dear wife, come back. Tears burned my eyes, but I refused to let them fall. I took a deep breath and finally spoke. I need time to think. Please leave me alone for now. I'll call you tomorrow if I decide to come back. Jack hesitated, then pulled me into a tight embrace, pressing a kiss to my forehead. I love you, he whispered. I stiffened, my heart pounding in fear. I didn't trust him, not for a second. As soon as Jack left, my Filipina friend walked in and wrapped me in a comforting hug. She had been my rock through this nightmare. So she asked, so what now? Are you going back with him? I swallowed hard. I don't know. I need your advice. What do you think I should do? She sighed. I heard everything. If you still love him, maybe he deserves another chance. But if you go back, make sure it's what you truly want. Just promise me one thing. Don't ever let him hurt you again. Her words echoed in my mind long after she went to bed. I lay awake, staring at the ceiling, questioning everything. Would I be happy if I went back? Would he change? Or was I walking into a bigger nightmare? Dawn arrived, and with it a sinking feeling in my chest. The next morning, I cooked breakfast for my friend, trying to distract myself from the thoughts. Just as we were about to head out, I heard a familiar rumble of Jack's truck pulling into the driveway. My heart stopped. He stepped out and walked toward us, blocking our path. My friend's grip on my arm tightened. Go inside, she whispered. I obeyed immediately, my body trembling. Jack followed us into the house. My friend gestured for me to stay in the bedroom while she spoke to him alone. I sat on the edge of the bed, straining to hear their conversation, but the walls muffled their voices. After what felt like forever, she walked in. Get your things ready, she said softly. Jack is waiting outside. I froze. What did he say? She forced a smile. He promised me he wouldn't hurt you again. I hugged her. I hugged her tightly, my heart breaking. Thank you for everything. I stepped outside, my feet feeling like lead as I climbed into Jack's truck. The door shut with a finality that made my stomach churn. As we drove in silence, Jack finally broke it. So how are you, my love? I stared out the window, refusing to answer. I was terrified of him. He hadn't laid a hand on me yet, but his words had always got just as deep. When we arrived home, Jack sighed. I know you hate me for the things I've said. I'm sorry. I promise I'll never do it again. I walked straight to our bedroom, ignoring him. As I unpacked my bag, Jack silently helped me put my clothes away. When we were done, he turned to me. Please, he said, give me a chance to prove that I've changed. I wanted to scream to tell him how much he had broken me, but I knew it would be pointless. Jack was selfish, manipulative, and egotistical. Words wouldn't change him. Deep down, I feared that nothing ever would. Stay tuned for the next episode. What will happen next? Will Jack keep his promise? Will history repeat itself? Don't miss what comes next in this journey. If you haven't watched from the very beginning, start at episode 1 to truly understand my story. See you in my next chapter. Bye-bye.